Welcome in. It is the local and community issues and answers right here with Jonathan Lawson. So thankful to have in the studio with us today Miss Reba Moore. She is from the Corbin Psychological Consults, and we're so glad to meet you.
Thank you. I appreciate the opportunity to be here.
Now, Reba, there are so many disorders in people's lives and things that that can hinder them. And just tell us about your facility.
I started practice probably 25 years ago. I've worked at a number of other jobs as a psychologist in the past. I actually started out by doing some counseling and assessments, sort of specialized in assessments and diagnostics. I work quite a bit with children. The need was so great, one person could not do it, so I have since hired a second psychologist, and I have a counselor on staff. I specialize in the assessment, and then the counselor does the counseling.
Now, what are your hours of operation, like your times of service?
It's by appointment, but I'm there Monday through Friday from 8 to usually dark.
Okay. And where is the facility located at?
It's just off of Cumberland Falls Highway near the Whitley County Health Department.
Okay, near the Whitley County Health Department. And there are so many different issues. You know, it was really on my heart strong to have you come down for this program because, this is reaching out to the community. There are so many people that's going through so much now. And, you see it, depression is one of the lead things that's in people's lives. And how can people get help with this? I mean, you help people, you assess them, and then they can get counseling to cope with things like this.
Right, and of course the need is much greater than my small facility can handle. I get calls every day of people needing counseling, and if it's something we don't do or can't do with their staff, then I refer to other sources.
Right. Now, how long have you been doing this in this area?
That's a good question. I started part-time in probably the 80s sometime.
Oh, wonderful.
And I worked as a school psychologist for 19 years and had part-time private practice. And then I retired as a school psychologist in 1993 and went full-time private practice. So I'm actually certified as a school psychologist, and I'm also licensed by the State Board of Psychology.
Wonderful, wonderful. And there are so many people right here in our communities in this area, children from adult to the elderly. People need these services because they need that, assessment and to get a grip on things before it gets out of hand. Wouldn't you agree?
That's true.
And what are different types of ways that you can assess somebody? I mean, you just come in for the appointment and they just sit down and talk to you?
That's one way, and there's, of course, all types of assessment instruments that rating scales, interview, direct questions, like I say, rating scales. Sometimes a family member will give their opinion on what's going on with a person. If this person tried to kill themselves,
right? Oh,
you know where to go from there. Or this person is so nervous they can't leave the house. They panic if they're in a large group of people, and that's more common than we realize. People will say, I cannot go into Walmart.
Fear disorders, anxiety. People have anxiety attacks, from time to time. But there are ways to treat this.
True. There are the therapy and, of course, medication. There's lots of medications out there, which sometimes is overused, but in other cases it's necessary.
There are so many different types of disorders that people that is watching by the way of TV and listening by the way of radio don't even realize how many different types of disorders are out there. You've got anger, that's a disorder. A lot of people can't control their angers, even on public workplaces, out in public, and you see it from time to time. These people need some help.
That's true, and that's one of the things my counselor does, who, she just happens to be my daughter, but she is a licensed professional counselor, and she deals with anger management.
Okay. What about like some of the major disorders like schizophrenia, bipolar disorder, and y'all cover all that, right?
Right. Schizophrenic, bipolar, both medication is a primary treatment for, I see all the time bipolar people that are doing great, and many of those people function. They hold down jobs.
Right.
There's nurses, just all walks of life that these people feel if they take their medication as prescribed.
Right.
They start feeling better, they think they don't need their medication, they stop taking it, and they're sick again.